At the Abbott house, Kyle arrives to find Harrison and Claire working on a puzzle. He hangs back and watches until Harrison gets the piece in. The kid says, "Claire's so cool. I'm glad she gets to come here now." Kyle smiles, "So am I." Claire and Harrison update Kyle on their trip to the park. She says they're going to be scholar adventurers this summer. Kyle tells her whatever she's doing, to keep doing it. Harrison needs ice cream and Kyle says yes. At Adam's place, he laments bringing his family problems into Sally's life. She wants to be his sounding board. Adam loves her for that, and loves everything about her. They kiss. A knock comes at the door. He tells her not to answer it. It might be trouble. It could be one or several members of his family coming to ask him to do his father's bidding. It could even be his father himself. Sally's expecting someone and asks him to answer the door. He opens it to Summer, who asks if she's early. Adam realizes he's in the way. He's supposed to meet Chelsea and steps out the door. Summer asks how Connor's doing. Adam says he doesn't know. He makes progress one day and then has a setback. Summer says he's a sweet kid and she can't imagine how he's feeling. "We're all rooting for you and Chelsea and Connor." He appreciates that. Once alone, Sally tells Summer, "That was really nice, what you said to Adam." Summer feels for her uncle, even though they've never been close. When your kid is hurting, she has nothing but compassion for him and Chelsea. Sally says when it comes to his son, he feels things as deeply as anyone. It meant a lot to him, and to me. They sit to work and Summer tells Sally she's really impressed with her designs. It's good work. Summer goes over them with Sally and repeats that it's really good work. Sally says it felt good and right. She's relieved to know she feels the same way. Summer says she kept the integrity of Chelsea's designs and added her own spin to it. That takes talent. Sally thanks her, but admits she ran them by someone first. Summer asks, "Adam?" Sally laughs and says no, it was Chloe. She actually had ideas for the rest of the collection. Summer feels this is a warm-up to something more. Sally knows she and Chloe didn't get along well. Summer says that's an understatement. Sally insists she's uber-talented and asks her to consider letting her bring her on as her number 2. They just click, and they don't have a lot of time to finish the collection. Summer says she's right, but she doesn't want conflict right now. Sally vows there won't be any. Chloe will be reporting directly to her. She'll make sure she knows who the boss is. "Please, Summer, just give her another chance." Summer agrees to consider it. She thinks that against all odds, they might actually make this work. Once alone, Sally gushes, "It's happening. Oh, thank God, I'm back." In the ranch living room, Nikki demands to know if Victor's punishing her by dismissing her from Newman Media. She thinks he's still angry she chose Jack as her sponsor and wanted him to continue even after what happened. Victor holds him responsible for the recklessness, but he wants to help her recover. Nikki snaps, "It's not helping, and I'm shocked you'd think it would." She flounces out. Nick tells his dad, "Well, that went great." Nikki arrives at the tack house, where Victoria is glad to see her. She says Claire is having the time of her life working as a nanny for Harrison. Even though Summer still has her under the microscope, she's as stubborn as her father. Nikki asks how she's doing. She says things are happy and smooth except for certain moments. "Dad, he's doing his usual full-court press to get me to come back to Newman Enterprises." Nikki knows she told him she wasn't ready. Victoria admits she's tempted. Part of her misses the energy of work, but finding a balance between personal and professional has eluded her. The kids are coming home, and it's a crazy time to go back. Nikki knows Claire has been pushing her to go back. Victoria guesses she thinks she needs to let go. Nikki smiles, maybe a little bit. Nikki tells her daughter she was going to ask her to step in for her at Newman Media temporarily. "I really need somebody I can trust." Victoria asks if she's sure this is what she wants. Nikki sniffs that it's better than installing Adam. Victoria agrees. Once he got in, it would be impossible to get him out. Victoria can't understand why her father keeps feeling the need to shuffle the deck. Nikki thinks he's concerned for her. She notes he's a chess master. Victoria says, "And we are the pawns." She doesn't understand why he's doing this when everything is going so well. She hesitates to go back because it's Victor Newman's world, and he can change things whenever he wants. In the park, Claire, Kyle, and Harrison talk about ice cream flavors. Suddenly, Cole appears. Claire asks if everything is oak. Cole joins them and makes small talk with Harrison before asking Kyle how he's doing. Kyle shrugs that Jabot takes up most of his attention, but he's finding more ways to spend time with his son, and Claire's been a godsend. Cole suggests they go out for a beer. Kyle says that would be great. Cole chortles that he could use some tips on work/life balance. Claire notes both he and her mother have been avoiding work and should go back. Cole turns down their invitation to join them for ice cream and admits he has to get ready. "Your mother and I are having dinner this evening." Claire teases that it's a date. Cole takes off. Claire tells Kyle, "Wow, this is actually happening." He can see she's excited. Claire admits it. She hopes her folks get back together. Kyle says it took his years and years to find each other. It was extremely messy, but it happened. Claire recalls that this all started when she tried to lure them to their doom. Kyle guesses they think the most amazing part of it was finding her. They laugh about Cole asking him for a beer. Claire thinks he's making sure her boss is treating her well. Kyle asks how he's doing. Claire has no complaints. Kyle intends to keep it that way. At the ranch, Victor tells Nick that his mother will eventually embrace his plan. She needs time to rest and recover. Nick says Mom believes the work will energize her. Victor doesn't want her under pressure. Nick agrees that she should take time off, but making her feel he doesn't have confidence in her could set her back. Victor will convince her, and he wants Nick to talk to Victoria and convince her to come back to Newman where she belongs. Nick suggests he put her in at Newman Media as Nikki asked. Then everyone's happy. It's not what Victor wants. Adam knows the division and the transition would be seamless. Nick can't understand this. They're finally working together as brothers and now he wants to switch it up. Victor needs him to talk to Victoria. "You've got to trust me on this." Nick says he'll talk to her. Victor intones, "I know what I'm doing." At the tack house, Nikki complains to Victoria that Victor is punishing her. He's furious she turned to Jack for help. All of this shuffling is a direct result of her behavior. Victoria isn't convinced. He adores her and wants her to get her life back. Nikki needs stability and routine, but all she's getting from her father is this inevitable family drama. Nick arrives, and Victoria asks him to come clean with them and tell him what he thinks their father is up to. Nick claims he has no idea. All he said is he knows what he's doing. So round and round we will continue to go. He truly believes he's doing this for Nikki's benefit and really wants him to push for Victoria to return to Newman so Adam can go to Newman Media. He doesn't think it makes sense to change things when he and Adam are finally functioning as a team. Nikki is sure if Adam gets into NM, he'll never give it up. "In what way is this for my benefit?" Nikki pressures Victoria to agree to run Newman Media so they can get Victor to drop this idea of putting Adam in charge. At the Abbott house, Harrison happily greets Summer, who wants to take him for ice cream. The kid says they just did that, but he'll go again. Kyle thinks one is enough and sends him up to wash his hands. Harrison stops to hug Claire and thank her for the best day ever. Once Harrison is gone, Claire thanks them and says she'll see them tomorrow. Once Claire's gone, Kyle says he can see Summer is still struggling with this. Summer denies she has a problem with Claire. Chance has assured her Jordan can't escape. "How could I object to someone who makes Harrison so happy?" She can't help but feel a twinge at seeing her little boy grow so close to the nanny so quickly. It hurts a little, that's all. Kyle's on the sidelines too. but reminds her they'll always be mommy and daddy. At Society, Adam tells Victor that Chelsea's meeting him to discuss Connor. Victor pulls up a chair to ask why he's questioning his plans. He built Newman Media and knows it better than anyone, including Nikki. Adam questions why he doesn't put Victoria there. Victor is putting everyone where he thinks is best. Adam doesn't believe him. Why don't you just cut to the chase and tell me what this is really about, because it's the only way I'm even going to consider your proposition. Victor intones, what I'm about to tell you needs to remain between us. He can't tell anyone, especially anyone in the family. You're an ally, not a pawn. You're a strong ally. He needs Newman Media to destroy an enemy, and he needs someone in charge of it who is as ruthless as he is. Next on The Young and the Restless, Victor reveals a new business strategy to the family, Nikki confides in Lauren, and Adam experiences déjà vu with Victoria.